Hello, everyone. Welcome to That Random Podcast Crew. I'm your host, That Random Panda. Today, I'm joined by Electroniicghost
Hello.
and Hikaru Senshi.
Hello, everyone.
Obviously, I'm gonna call him Hika. I'm gonna call Ghost or Nikki. You get the
Hey.
idea. Today, we will be talking about how video games changed our lives because you voted, and we're answering. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. This is a topic we did not really have to research personally because it's on a personal level. Let's be real, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
All right. So, how has gaming impacted your life? Who wants to start?
Nikki can go first.
Okay. Let's see.
Boom, put in the spotlight.
Okay, thank you. Gaming has impacted my life by introducing me to new friends, allowing me to connect to different people on different platforms and different games, and just being able to interact with people even if I haven't spoken to them.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hika, you want to continue?
Sure. How gaming impacted my life? I say it run through my childhood pretty stable. Like I was pretty awkward child. Didn't really much like had socialization. Then I had gaming, and I met a lot of friends. I grew up with having to meet new people and new interactions, and it also helped me with social anxiety, and also having to improve myself with having to work with real different people, and it actually helped a lot.
That's relatable.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel you both when you guys say that, but it also really brings people closer. Certain people,
True.
depending on what kind of game
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
To me, that's how it impacted my life. It brings us closer. It helps you introduce you to new people, make friends either online or in real life. And for me, it also just distracts me sometimes from the real world, all the problems that the real world brings, you know?
True.
Exactly. That is a true thought that people do tend to keep their minds off of something that they don't want to think about. So gaming is like escape to reality.
Yeah, because reality is
Yeah.
harsh.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So that's just some examples how gaming changed our lives. Um,
Yes.
Hika, you want to define gaming for us?
Gaming, like, it's a source of entertainment. Technically, with video games such as for example, Super Mario, Pokemon, Mortal Kombat. They're technically games that bring people together to entertain them, compete, and make sense of new friendships.
Yes, Mortal Kombat, my ultimate entertainment and
Ooh.
making friendships.
Yes, that
Or
this is for
frenemies.
challenging
Yes, frenemies.
frenemies.
I'm joking, guys. I don't really play Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
I
Uh,
do, but I don't. I suck.
Ghost, you
At
want?
least you try.
Yes.
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 You want to define
Yes.
gaming for us?
I'm gonna go with a smart aleck response, and it is a device that requires input to progress graphics. But it also it's gaming is just any game you want, you enjoy, and as long as there's some sort of input to control the character or progress the game along, progress the story along, that's essentially what gaming is to me.
I feel like
I
I
like the
can't
first
even
one.
add on. So like,
I like the first one because I wasn't expecting that response.
so like, I don't even think I can add on. Do I even answer my own question?
Yes.
Well, yeah. What is gaming define? Like, what do you define gaming as? Like
Panda,
in your own.
insert arrow and repeat their lines. I'm kidding. Um, gaming to me is an activity uh, where you entertain yourself. That's really it. I think
Yeah,
Makes
because
sense.
it's just an
I mean,
activity.
yeah, gaming is like a hobby, it's an activity. It's
It could be
literally
fun.
what we do.
It could be torture.
Like, it's, I mean, torture unless you really want to suffer, but in a sense, it's still
Listen,
fun.
it depends
The
on the
point of
game we're
gaming.
talking about.
It can be an act of intimacy, you know? Getting to
Yeah,
know people, doing the same thing in the game.
shenanigans is what we do here.
Exactly.
100%.
Yes.
When did you start gaming? I think I should start this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Hush, phone. My gosh, not to take you off my desk. We're doing something. Even in the podcast, it interrupts us. I feel like I started gaming probably, what, 2000, 2001? Probably? Such a long time ago. And that was probably, if we're talking about video games, because that's what we're talking about, video games 100%. It was probably Pokemon. I think that was my first ever game played, which is part of the question too. And what was your first game you ever played? I think mine was Pokemon Blue version. Either that or Nintendo 64, Mario 64, I think.
Ooh, that's classic.
Yeah. My God, that's such a long time ago. It really puts it in perspective. That was literally 20 years ago. Oh,
It's
gosh.
amazing that that time like the N64 was a big hit.
Yeah, I still have it. I love it.
Hey.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Hika, what about you? When did you start gaming, and what was the first game you ever played that you think that you can remember? Let's be fair.
By
That you
the heart of
remember.
my memory, I have gotten to remember that it was the N64 that I first played. That was the first system that my siblings had at the time, and we did had like some 64 games like Super Mario 64, but the game I super remember was Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo 64. That was my
Oh.
first game that I ever played. Yeah, it was like, I don't know what it was doing. I was just punching things. Like, all I played was Banjo, punching people, and I had Kazooie just baking.
No.
And I was like, okay, it was fun. I I think that was like back at 2002, but we still had the N64 before it broke down like 3 months later.
Oh, back then it broke down?
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
that's
it
a
lasted
shame.
pretty good.
That's such a
Like,
shame.
I know, and I'm still sad.
Oh.
Gamers at heart. Honestly, I heard of Banjo-Kazooie. I seen it for the N64. I've never owned that game.
It's back in, that's how like rare games were back in N64 in that time. Especially like games like Donkey Kong 64, that was also a rare game.
I didn't know that. I didn't own that game either.
Yeah. But Nikki, what is your first video game and how what did you get in start gaming?
On the
Let's
host.
see.
I'm kidding.
I remember getting into gaming as early as like, I don't know, maybe 2000, maybe 1999, when I still lived at the apartment. I remember watching my mom play like Super Mario World on the Game Boy, like the original one, not the color.
Ooh.
But I remember trying that out and trying Tetris. And as for like console gaming, my first like taste of it was playing what was it? Over the Hedge on the original Xbox, because my dad got the console to like hack it so that like it could like serve as a server, and we got a game, and it was Over the Hedge, and I'd play it with my cousin who's like 7 months younger than me. And I
Wow.
remember it was really fun because like he would mimic some of the characters, like RJ. He'd be like, "Hey, what's your problem?" in his Australian accent. So it was a lot of fun.
Oh, I remember
Man,
that game. Oh, not the game, the movie.
Oh
the
yeah.
Game Boy Color though. Oh, I still have it to this day, and I still have
Same.
Pokemon like Gold.
I
Same.
still have my brick Game Boy, like pre-color, like
Oh gosh,
when you
she
needed the
has a
light.
dinosaur compared
That
to
is still the
ours.
classic. That is the
Oh my
best one.
god.
It had,
It,
and you know the best game out of all of it, Legend of Zelda's Link's Awakening.
I still own that game. I still have that game.
I never had it, but I know that was the best game there.
Oh my god.
I never played Legend of Zelda, but I have like a Link towel.
It's
I had a
okay.
strange childhood.
But
Alright.
damn, that is so classic.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, since you answered last, I'm gonna have you answer first on this one.
Ooh, okay.
What game do you think made you a gamer?
Oh man, Probably it has to be COD. Like I think Modern Warfare 3 started me onto COD, and Black Ops 2 kind of solidified that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think it got you into, or made you a gamer?
Well, because I was able to play it with a bunch of friends, and I also, I really enjoyed taking some of them into a game mode that would kind of spook them a little. So I guess that's also kind of why I like the games that I like, and often why I enjoy like the repetitive natures in games, because multiplayer was kind of repetitive. Like you go out, you find them, you shoot, you die, you respawn, repeat.
Welcome to COD. That's the
Yes,
general fact.
But then zombies scared the ever-loving daylights out of me.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Let me ask you this: what was your first Call of Duty game?
Modern Warfare 3. I remember someone was teaching me how to play it, and I was not used to running out into like the map because I didn't know the maps. And so I remember just camping and sniping. And then I went from that to like being so good at Infected, I could hide in like the truck of a bed on some of the maps, and people just
Yeah.
struggle to find
The
me.
funny part is, I know
God, I
exactly
hate
what bed you're
Infected.
talking about.
God, I'd probably be scared now. I had to play against you, Infected.
Oh,
I
no, I was a
hate it.
survivor.
Wait.
And I have friends who would try to protect me from the other infected just to
Oh.
like get me a Moab.
Oh gosh. What was your
Panda,
first
you're-
what?
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna
So
say,
sorry.
what was the first zombie game you played then, or of Call of Duty? Was it Black Ops 2?
Yeah, probably. Oh no, wait, yeah, it was Black Ops 2.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to go next?
Yeah, I'll let
Yes.
Alright.
Panda. What game did you think made you a gamer?
I would say easily Pokemon. Easily Pokemon. Listen, I played Pokemon so much when I was a kid. Listen, I'm saying I started from 2001-ish. Alright, I'm still playing it this day. Even if I went on and off of it,
20 years later.
20 years later, still playing it hardcore. I've played it religiously when I was a kid. Ruby version, silver version, crystal version. Oh my god, every so often go back to the OG blue. So much fun. So much Pokemon. If it wasn't that, I would have to say probably Call of Duty as well. But for me, it was a little earlier. World at War Call of Duty, where zombies was first introduced.
Yo, yes, yes.
I love Call of Duty Zombies. Let me be specific. Multiplayer, it died off on me, honestly. If I have to
That
say
is
it, I'm a Battlefield guy. Can't wait for Battlefield 2042.
nice.
What about you,
Hey.
Hika? What game do you think made you a gamer?
So, I think about this very long time, and I go back to the PS2 era. It has to be Spider-Man 2.
I
Like,
love that game.
yes, it's like at the time of my childhood, I was such a nerd for superheroes, and growing up with Spider-Man was a thing for me. So I had like Spider-Man 2 that my brother bought, and then I played the living hell out of that game, and then I didn't know what to do. I just played it, so I just know what to do. I even tried to do that pizza challenge, and it kind of pissed me off, but it was fun. It was a fun game, and as Spider-Man goes, like there was more Spider-Man games, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go get more Spider-Man games. I became like a Marvel superhero gamer, but then that was like part of it, like because the second part of it really for me had to be also Call of Duty World at War, because that's when I really started getting into zombies. I was fear. I learned fear the hard way.
Oh my god,
I need to
100%.
try this
So
game.
World at War?
Yeah, never
Oh,
played it.
listen,
it's
I
a
feel like
classic.
World at War really changed the first-person shooter standpoint, okay? Because
Yeah.
it at the time, I feel like the graphics were so amazing, and
Yes.
just the story was so well written. It really affected you emotionally.
I love the Russian story
I love them
side
both.
of the war. It was the Russian and the American side. So you played the Americans and you played the Russian, but
I know. I
the
played
Russian
it.
side was great.
I know. I played it, Hika.
I know, but we're getting off track. But like, yes, World
Yes.
at War would have been the biggest impact at the same time. The Spider-Man 2, because that's when I started playing a lot of Call of Duty games up to the end of my elementary school to the middle school years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you started earlier than I did.
I was just thinking
Yeah,
about that. Yeah, that's probably around when World at War came out.
yeah.
Man, be careful
I
what you
didn't
buy
get
your
into
kids.
I didn't get into COD or like console gaming until like, well, besides the Wii, until like early high school.
I've been
Yeah,
gaming.
high school was Black Ops 2 at the time, and Modern Warfare 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is a hard question for me to actually answer, so I'm not going to go first.
I'll go first since I was
Yes.
last.
What is your
Yeah.
least favorite game?
Oh.
Ooh, nothing. We'll come back to you.
Well, on the
Ghost.
cog, sir.
Ghost, what's
My
your
least
least?
favorite?
Yes.
Among Us.
Among Us. I
Yes.
actually know why, but do you want to explain?
Well, besides the fact that I don't do well in like situations where like I have to lie my way out of being suspected,
Mm-hmm.
but also it creates such a toxic like kind of environment where like people are immediately pointing fingers at other people just because some people say that, oh, so and so's the imposter, I saw them do this, they're sus. And it's not a healthy environment for me to thrive in a game.
That's a fair point among like playing Among Us.
Yeah.
It does create that kind of intoxicity into this kind of game.
But I will admit
Yeah.
that they do have like nice like tasks. Like I would love to have more tasks like that in other games where it's just simple, straight to the point,
Well,
easy.
I want to talk the games. On Hika, do you know what game? Or shall I go first?
Um,
I can go first.
yeah.
Like this will seem like a cop out, but my least favorite games are like mobile games, all the ones you see in those ads, because they bring you in. I'm not going to deny it. They draw my attention because I'm like, ooh, I'm interested. But then there's just ad after
Yes.
ad after ad, and
Yes.
even then, certain levels they repeat. You can be on level 1, but by level like 67, it's repeated. Then by level 102, it's repeated. And it's annoying. It's like, why bother to download it if it's just like an unfinished game? And it just kills your phone battery.
True.
Like,
That is a very great point.
mobile games, to me, are made for to help pass the time when you're like at the market waiting in line or whatever. But those
Can I
things,
piggyback a point off of that?
by all means.
So I often have a couple like games on my phone, but I use them to test how hungry I am because of like blood sugars, like levels and stuff, being
Uh-huh.
sensitive to them and all. So if I can't focus in a game, I know to eat. But that's the only reason I use mobile games.
Huh.
Huh. That's one way to use it.
Yeah.
Tactical gaming.
Tactical gaming, everyone. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Uh,
Hika,
Yes, Hika.
unless you still have more to say.
No.
And-
I
okay.
said my piece on mobile games and how certain ones I hate. Not all of them are bad. Just the ad ones that you see a billion times on Facebook or YouTube.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
So, the least favorite game.
Or it can just
Now,
be a game you dislike, okay?
just like right now,
It could
because
be.
there's a lot I can say right that.
Listen, but what's your least favorite? If you don't have one, just say one you dislike.
Which one
mean, I guess-
disappointed you the most?
Sure.
I guess with me, I shared this with my brother, and this is the one thing that we all both disagreed is, of course, Cyberpunk.
Okay, listen, let's not go there. That's kind of a hard blow to the developers, okay? They've been working hard. It's not their
yes.
fault. It's someone else's fault. Won't go into detail. Pick a different game.
That is true, but at least it wasn't me who bought it.
I didn't buy it
Give
either.
another try when the DLC comes out.
Well, that's true, yes.
Give it another
But,
try in
like,
5 years.
Yeah. But then there is an actual game I would do say to hate the most.
What's that?
That would be where is that would be the Rocket League.
Rocket League. Ooh,
I can relate.
please. Okay, Ghost. I actually see why for you, but Hika, explain. I can't see why. I enjoy Rocket League. I don't enjoy it now, for one reason.
Rocket League before was okay. They were at okay level for me to play it. When they keep growing up, no, I do not love it anymore. It got, and the level
It
of like
became
play in this game is like it doesn't.
the level
This
of
is my
skill
opinion.
required. Is that what we're
Yeah,
talking about?
levels. I don't. My only problem is that I don't like playing super competitive games.
And
I don't consider Rocket League as considered. It's kind of there. It's kind of there.
no, it's
But
there.
it's not.
It's there.
It's there.
It's if we're talking about
Then
skill wise, yeah, it's there at this point.
yeah, because like okay, the only thing I would ever play this kind of games, like literally how Rocket League is playing. I'm not gonna lie, is going to Overwatch and playing Lucio Ball. I would play that over Rocket League. That was the disappointment I have about Rocket League.
Please explain to the people who don't know Overwatch.
Overwatch is the
No, not Overwatch, the
60s
character.
Oh,
Lucio, like the healer,
the skater, like roller skating healer.
you literally see his stereo at the market called the Lucio. Oh, his name is Lucio, but the dude is awesome character in Overwatch and a great healer. But
Alright.
like he has his own content that's similar to Rocket League but better.
Alright. Honestly though, when Rocket League first came out, it was very fun. But then
Yes.
over time, it became a game that's about cars, driving and playing soccer in cars, to a game that's like, oh, we have wheels, but we're gonna be in the sky.
Bane of my
Yeah.
existence.
That's very skill wise, okay?
Like,
Very
even
skills.
I tried it like a couple years ago, like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, or whenever it first came out, because there was like a day where it was like free to play,
Yeah.
and I just kept going up and down the walls because I couldn't drive in the game. And after like when I played like Halo Reach, like my friends were just like, "You're not driving. We are. You suck. You managed to parallel park the truck between like a K rail and like a wall. You're not driving." So that's why I have grief with that game.
Oh well. Now next question. Let's move on. Hika, since you took so long, you better answer this fast. What's your
Okay.
favorite game?
Favorite game? I mean, at the point right now, it's currently Final Fantasy 14.
Now let me be more
Like-
specific. If you had to take only one game that you can play for the rest of your days, what would it be?
Those games that taking to play Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
Existing.
Yeah, it's because this game kind of grew up my social like anxiety even more,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I got more people to friends with. Like I even made my own guild, made more socialization with people. Had a run in with a relationship at that time, but I had great friends who I talked to, stream with, including Nikki because she plays Final Fantasy 14, and like I just great to make friends in there because the community's nice and I love it.
I believe
And
it.
I would not stop
Yeah.
playing it even if it's like ends its final expansion somewhere in the future.
Now that's a good question. What if they stop supporting the game?
I mean, some point I might have to stop, but they are working on the new Final Fantasy 16, which is I'm excited about because they're the same developers, so I have faith on their development.
Fair.
Yeah, they like it's just brief. Like this game has been made like back in 2012, but this was one of the worst Final Fantasy games on like version 1.0.
Mhm.
But this game got resurrected to 2.0 with A Realm Reborn, making it the most popular Final Fantasy 14 Final Fantasy games in the series. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal for this game.
Fair.
True.
Ghost.
Yeah.
My favorite game.
Yeah, that's what's your favorite game?
Oh man, I have so many.
If you want,
well,
I can
besides
go
Final
first.
Oh no, I can list them off. I mean, besides Final Fantasy 14, I like Stardew Valley, I like Phasmophobia, and I think that's about it.
Now, if
Oh wait, and COD Zombies. COD
okay,
Zombies. There
no,
we go. That was the fourth.
I might be being a jerk by saying this, but if I was to do the same thing, Hika, if I had
Pick
to,
one.
you had to pick one for the rest of your days.
Final Fantasy 14.
Fair enough. Look at that, guys. I'm on Stardew by myself, I guess.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll play it with you.
Although my favorite game of all time would have to probably be Pokemon. I enjoy Pokemon so much. Honestly, I played so much. And if I had to pick one game, I'd probably pick Pokemon and Shiny Hunt. Listen, it's gonna probably take me the rest of my days to get every shiny Pokemon in the game anyway. So
yeah.
At
yeah.
But
least your
like
dedication
Pokemon,
is admirable.
Huh?
yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, Pokemon is such a great game, and it has a lot of great community. It's even like it's a cultural game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Like it's adding up for pandas, like Admiral love for Pokemon. It makes sense because like the community of Pokemon is so big that it's became a cultural
It
to
really
like
is
around the
such a
world.
big culture, and it's so nice to see such great fellow streamers and just people making content. But sometimes it's so weird seeing people just joining in and just ruining the community or just being a jerk. But I'm not gonna go into that. That's not this type of podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just as there are good people, there are also bad people in communities.
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. It's universal. As long as there's people, there's gonna be, people like that.
hmm
Now, let me ask you guys this. This is just a question I just came up with. What
Yes.
is the worst experience you've ever had gaming?
Oh,
Hmm.
I can go first without that.
By all means.
Go ahead.
Like I try to defend my friend here, but then I get targeted for the bullying from back in school in middle school. So I felt hurt, and that was the final years of my middle school. I was hurt.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, it's over with. But the worst experience with gaming is to not deal with. My only case is like sometimes you don't want to go through these problems, but you have to because you're you don't want to see people hurt.
True.
And what are these
It,
problems?
it's like, I mean, they're bullies. Literally, I grew up with bullies at the time my middle school.
Okay, do you see? I feel like we weren't going too deep in that department. Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
happened. You're getting bullied. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
that's
that
it.
happened.
I won't. No, it's okay. I grew up. I'm an adult now. I don't need to think about it too much. But like as the stream is, we're not talking about these things.
Yeah.
So
So
we all
for
here
you,
to
it's
know.
it's toxic players
Yes.
bullying you while you're gaming.
Yes.
What game
That's
was it? I'm just
relatable.
curious. Is it like something you have a grudge against the game itself?
It's not the game, but it's like community is what I have.
What game was
My
it?
it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yep. If we're talking about toxic communities, yeah, Call of Duty has a good community, but I think it also has one of the most toxic communities ever.
Agreed.
Yes.
Multiplayer. If you play the multiplayer, you will know.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Mhm.
What about you, Ghost? Unless you want me to go first.
I've got like a couple experiences.
Okay.
Like besides like encountering toxic people in
Mhm.
COD, like the people that called me a gerbil once for telling them to be nice, because I don't know, my voice was high pitched. But I've had a couple bad experiences with the league where there were toxic players that are like, "Oh, why are you doing this? Like, are you like some noob or something?" And I was just like, "Hey, like I'm trying to like learn the roles of like a character in a certain lane or not lane, and why not try it in like bot matches when I
Oh,
can't get
listen.
killed
If you're
and can
just
also."
testing things out, I think
Yeah.
bot matches is the best way to test things out.
Exactly. Like that was what I was thinking.
It's not even
But
competitive. It's
also,
not going to count against
yeah.
you.
Yeah. But also, one of the worst experiences I had with another game was when I didn't stand up for myself and tell someone that I was going to play this game alone, and they joined in anyway. And I'm not naming any names, but I haven't touched the game since because of that.
That's fair.
I have a feeling
Yeah.
this. Okay. Shall I go?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so one of my worst experiences in gaming is I love this game franchise, Battlefield. I'm
Mhm.
going to get the next game. But I've been playing since Battlefield 3, which is 5 generations of Battlefield.
Ooh.
In the Battlefield 3 itself, there are a lot of toxic administrators. It's probably in every single game. Because you can rent a server and make your own rules. That's what you could do. You can enforce them or you don't. Because,
Hmm.
it's up to you.
Yeah.
So, this administrator himself wanted to ban homing missiles that infantry can use. A Stinger for people who play the game. But it's a homing rocket launcher that can blow out helicopters and lock onto them. So he can fly his helicopter all through the map and kill people.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I won't use it. I pulled out my RPG and jumped off a cliff right next to him and blew him straight out the sky. He banned me. That is toxic because I have the skill and he's just kicking me out for being too good. And he also messaged me.
Wow.
Yep. And then obviously Call of Duty, I had plenty of toxic experiences there. Because we're talking about playing it since middle school. And when you with those high voices and being kids, listen. And Call of Duty community, it's crazy.
Ooh.
Oh man,
True.
all the experiences.
And that's why we play zombies without random people.
Yeah, that's why we play with our friends nowadays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, next question. What game do you wish you never played?
Among Us.
Fair.
Mm. What about you, Panda?
For me, it's a game I actually do enjoy. If I had to be honest, I would say Dokkan Battle. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I still play it to this day, and the reason being is because it's a gacha game.
I will feel you on that part because continue, Panda. Continue.
That's
You were the
why
one
this
saying Dokkan
question
Battle.
is so different than the least favorite than what game you wish you never played, because the reasoning is different. Dokkan, I invested money into the game. Let's just say that. How much? You don't need to know. But I still play the game to this day. I'm way more free to play right now than before. But I just love the game. I'm a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and the game's just like, hey, look at this character that you like. I'm like, I hate you so much because I want that character. Oh, yes,
God damn it.
that's games. Gacha games, which I personally do not like gacha games. Because they just make you crave.
Exactly.
Hika, your turn. What game do you wish you never played?
A game I wish I never played, really, and that's gonna be honest, as the current game right now is Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, why?
As much as the game is fun, there's not really much of a end goal besides survival at the end. Like I would expect something different.
So it's too repetitive for you.
It's too repetitive. That's
That
the
makes
thing.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the game because it's good with friends. I do like it.
Now,
But the game itself is a bit repetitive for me, so I kind of
I have a counterpoint. I feel you. Was that the question? Regret or wish you never played?
Wish you never played.
That's a game that I don't mind playing, honestly. I feel you with the repetitiveness.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't like playing the game, because it's too repetitive. Every map is kind of the same thing, just different end goal slightly.
Yeah.
But like if I'm playing with friends, I don't mind as much.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned I don't mind with friends.
So
But it's like.
But with that argument,
itself,
it's like you don't mind, but it's like you wish you never played.
part of it though,
I can relate. Sorry.
Oh no, I have nothing after that. So.
Oh.
All right.
But I can relate with the versus element. I wish I had never played that at all.
Okay,
But
yeah,
as
because
for the story mode, like the campaign mode, like if you like slap on some different mods and stuff and play with different friends and just kind of goof around, it can be
Versus
fun.
is the 4v4, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
versus.
We don't talk about
Yeah.
things.
No.
yeah, we don't.
Now, next question. How often do you change your taste in games? Like,
Like in genres?
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Listen, you read the questions. I told you them earlier.
Yeah, I know.
You want to
But
start,
I,
Nika?
I guess the taste and change. Guess
Yeah,
my taste and changing.
yeah, for being
I say
smart
like,
Alec. What? Huh? Answer the question, huh?
okay.
Yeah, better.
I
Huh?
apologize. I'm smart. But
Okay.
from jumping from adventure games to shooting games, I became a permanent RPG in games because I'm very like into like story-driven games, especially in some action adventures. For starters, Uncharted, like that game was a story-driven game, and then I guess my addiction came back to RPGs, which like games like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy. It just became like, I guess story led me to RPG games again, and it made me like permanently stay into that genre.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
This is going to be a little off topic. What defines an RPG, a role-playing game? Because if you really think about it, role-playing game, it's when you role-play into the game, right? Can't like any single-player game be a role-playing game?
In a sense, yes. Think of it like Monster Hunter. Because you're creating your own character. The game is an RPG. You're creating your own hero, his own personality. You're the one controlling him. It's like this is your other persona, kind of like
I
way.
could 100% go deeper, but I'm not going to because then the stream will
Yes.
become an RPG debate.
Can I make a comment on it?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Isn't it a game where you have to play a character that fits a role into the strategy or the story somehow?
Yes,
Basically?
yeah, for like single player ones, that's
Yeah.
that's more true to that
But
point.
also, like, Final Fantasy is technically an RPG, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So each player, depending on their class, fits into a role into how we challenge through the like trials and raids and such.
That's
So
that's
that
a good
makes
point.
sense.
Yeah.
All right, now back to the questions. Hika, did you finish your?
Yeah,
Okay.
all my taste came back to RPG, but I'll move
So,
on to
so basically, you
Panda.
stay with the same taste of
RPG.
RPG, but every so often you bounce into different things. But your main focus is still RPG at the end of the day.
Yes.
Fair enough. I mean, technically, for me, you could say I really mainly jump around between RPG and first-person shooters, honestly, because Pokemon is classified to me as a role-playing game. You make your own
that's
character
true.
and it's your story.
Yeah.
While for shooters, listen, I Call of Duty, Battlefield. There are some others. Who cares? Yep. But then
True.
now I'm also diving into murder mystery. Is that that's what Danganronpa is considered, right?
Yes, Danganronpa is
Yeah.
considered murder mystery.
I like suspense.
Yes, because I never thought I would be into games like that until someone recommended it into stream, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so into this game. Even though I have not continued the story in over 3 weeks, I apologize.
Soon.
Can I
Oh,
add something there?
Yeah, go for it.
I like, cause yeah, like what you said, murder mystery is a more interesting part because there's always the ends and twists to it, and that's what gives you the shocking point of like, this was the culprit who done all this. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I take
listen,
that
when you say that,
experience.
I want to debate that so hard about something, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, but like I take that also experience to another game, Ace Attorney, another murder mystery game,
I've never
which is
played
also
that.
required of the court. Yeah, it's also murder mystery, but it's also relying into the court law, because you have to find the solving like truth of like being the defendant to defend your client.
Right,
It's
right.
really like it's a lot of mysteries. That's why it gives you thinking.
Wait,
Sounds interesting.
is Stardew Valley considered an RPG?
I think it's more of like a simulator game.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
Minecraft and Stardew are the simulations. Now,
Yeah.
I also dive into those games when I want to be more relaxed, not too focused and stressed, but still want something to play.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the main focus is usually shooters and RPGs, which is Pokemon and Battlefield, which you guys never see me stream. Sorry.
Well.
My friends have they don't have a what's it called? Censor button.
Uh, you know, that's fair. That's fair.
Listen to
Yeah.
things they say. Twitch can go bye bye banned. Oh no.
Oof.
I'm like, you guys gotta watch your language if you guys want to play with me and stream during October. Ghost, your turn. How often do your tastes in games change?
So I also tend to like first-person shooters, simulators, and RPGs. But my tastes tend to change whenever like friends recommend new games that I haven't tried. So like stuff. Well, I guess is Risk of Rain 2 kind of like a shooter in a way? I mean, you
Someone
just shoot
else
things.
answer that. Hika, answer it. I don't know.
But then I also relate to how, like, when you got into Danganronpa and how it was a completely different, like, experience. Like, I related to that with, like, Doki Doki.
Right.
Because the audio-visual novels are certainly something else.
I didn't even mention horror games. But
They scare me a little, but I'm willing to try them.
same. Now, you finish your thought and I'll continue my thing.
Oh, I finished my
Oh.
thought, but yeah, that it was just, it changes whenever I'm recommended something new to try.
100%. Always recommend games. You never know when people say, yeah, I'll try it out.
Exactly.
And then you spread the love of a franchise or just a game. But
Yeah.
like horror games, something I 100% was like, I'm never gonna touch. Little
I
Nightmares.
will help you if you. I will help you.
Maybe.
Not
How
just
long
Little
did that
Nightmares.
last?
I'm gonna say Resident Evil.
Well, we can say Little Nightmares is classified as a horror game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I played it and I was scared. I don't know if you all want to play it or if you ever played it.
I
But
have it on Xbox.
did you play it?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it multiplayer?
No.
I don't believe so.
It's single player 100% the way through.
Oh. Oh no.
Now, it was scary, but it wasn't as scary as I thought, which I feel was disappointing. But like,
The point of the game is
it
fear.
is a nice opening, I think, to the horror genre, which I appreciate. So now I'm willing to dabble more into the horror genre of games, if that makes sense. Shut up, Pika.
Yeah.
I just wish, honestly, if you want me to be honest, that it lasted longer. It only took like 4 hours on my 27-hour stream to finish at
Oh.
most,
That's fair.
which is a
That's fair.
short
Yeah.
time. I think I'd actually be in maybe 3, but I could be wrong. I was tired and I don't
That's
remember.
relatable. With
Yeah.
like, I relate to that with like Layers of Fear 2
Mhm.
and Stories Untold, because that was kind of spooky, but at the same time, it was more like, what's coming next?
And story-based games,
Yeah.
like Telltale games, or
Telltale games
whatever,
are-
choose your own paths games. It's just
Ooh,
I don't have all the time in the world to play all the games.
if only.
If only.
Yeah.
Now, I think we can move on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the most important question that I must ask you today. What is your favorite snack for gaming? Now, you guys watching and listening may be like, what the heck is Panda talking about? Now, you must understand, when gaming, you do get hungry and you got a snack. So, you do have a go-to snack when gaming, I think.
That's
I don't
fair.
have a uniform snack, but usually like small like chocolate stuff works. Like if it's like easy to like pick up a couple pieces and just
Can-
like
can we
toss in my
talk
mouth and
about
just
that?
chew.
Like, almost before, I don't know about now, every time when I played with you, Ghost, or streamed with you before, you always have chocolate and a soda. The soda
Yeah,
may
that's
change, but
true.
there will always be some type of chocolate.
Yeah, that's also true.
Now,
But
has it
can
always
I-
been like
I
that?
also, I guess so, because I'm a bit of a sweet tooth, so I always like, and also having like, at least before, when I had like like Halloween candy or such, where it was like individually wrapped chocolate, I could just kind of like put a couple in a bag and like have one from time to time. But now like I'll just grab like a plate of like even now I've got like pretzel, like chocolate covered pretzels
Yeah.
balls, and I'm ready to like eat those when gaming later.
Right.
Mhm.
But as much as one of my favorite snacks to have is not good for gaming, on the flip side of this question,
Oh, we should both
chips
answer
and
that actually.
guac.
That
Chips and guac.
sounds like a terrible
It breaks my
thing.
heart.
Honestly,
Oh,
I'm
Because
sorry.
it's
That
like
sounds
right as I'm about to
terrible.
dip and put the chip in my mouth, something happens in the game, and I'm just like, I have to do something.
And then you just have all this chip full of guac, and it's like, what do I do with it? I had to focus, drop it.
Or like the salt on your fingers from the chip.
Didn't
You
even
have to
think
like
about
wipe
that.
it off and then use the keyboard or the mouse.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
pain,
Yeah.
pain.
Now, real quick, I want to say this: when people think of gaming snacks, I feel like a lot of people instantly think of Mountain Dew and like Doritos.
Yes, or Cheetos
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, I'm just like, no,
Can I say
don't.
part of it also became like Divas thing on Overwatch because that's Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
It's just like, self-promoting things. We're not gonna get into that, but it's like it gives us a bad name. Listen, I don't even like Mountain Dew that much.
It's okay. It was originally meant to be an alcohol mixer.
That's
Yeah.
fair, but like my sister-in-law got me a Mountain Dew. I'm like, oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm like, I want a soda. Let me just drink it. I drink like a little bit. I was like, this sucks. You just pour the rest down the drain.
It's like chemical fruit juice.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's still,
Not
I don't know,
all gamers like Mountain Dew as their fuel. It's not their go-to.
it's all right.
Yeah.
Hika, you want to go next for what's your go-to snack? I should say drink and snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Um.
Ghost is a soda of different types.
Whatever we have.
Whatever she has.
For drinks, it jumps between soda or like iced tea.
Okay.
Like,
Ooh.
as for the snacks, either be like hot Cheetos sometimes, but I always go for Japanese
Sounds
snacks.
like
I
a
get
bad choice for gaming, if you ask me.
that.
Actually.
It's a bad choice, but what I do is though, I do have like, it's funny though, and think if it's weird. I have chopsticks that I use and wash. I just pick up the
Oh
chop.
my
I just pick
god,
it up.
that's so
I just eat it.
smart.
That
Oh,
is
Exactly.
you just blew
gamer
my brain.
strat.
You just blew my mind. Oh my god.
Exactly. Look, any chips, I can't touch because I don't. I have a. It's, PS5 controller is white.
Why
I could
didn't I
just pick
think
it up.
about that?
Get a chopstick,
Oh
pick
my
it up,
god.
and just eat it there.
Oh, you
Like,
can
you
get
get-
Pokemon chopsticks, Panda.
I know.
Yes.
Oh, that's so true. You
Yes.
guys are blowing my mind.
Yeah. But continuing
Guys,
the
if
part
you're
where-
watching this, my birthday just passed. Send me some Pokemon chopsticks.
But the other thing is, I do tend to get Japanese snacks from Daiso back in, like near my work, because I get like like bamboo shoots chocolate. I get like
Fun fact: you can see Hika at Daiso, maybe.
yeah, and then like I get like I have an addiction to like rice cake. It is actually pretty good, like hard
Now,
rice
I've
cake.
actually never had a rice cake before. Now, the only experience I have about rice cakes is watching Peter from Family Guy eat one. Is it that bad?
No, not that one. But like they're hardened, like it's really crunchy. Like it's crunchy because it's also flavorous. It has this kind of spice. That's all I'm gonna say
Oh,
about
so
that.
it's not like American rice cake.
No.
Where it's just
No.
So
like
it's not a death
Rice
sentence.
Krispie, but frisbee.
So
Yeah,
it's not a
crispy
death
enough.
sentence. Okay.
Yeah, it's not your death sentence. Not like what happened to Peter Griffin, because that's just like over exaggeration. Because that's Family Guy. But
True.
that's all my snacks, and I have learned you guys the use of chopsticks.
I think
Okay,
he
now
learned.
what's your
Listen,
least favorite snack, or like the
Yes.
snack that's not for
but
gaming?
before we go there, everyone out there, if you learned something in this video about snacking, you have to drop a like.
Yes.
Yes.
And comment
absolutely.
down below Hika food snack or food hacks. Hika food hacks. Alright, continue. What's your least favorite snack?
Least favorite?
Or most
For gaming.
Yeah.
Like the one you like to have, but it doesn't work for you while you're gaming.
Yeah.
I'd say gummy bears.
I actually don't eat any gummy foods, really.
I
Like
haven't had any in a while.
Right?
the only gummy foods I'll take is like, you know, trolleys, like despite the sour ones, because you know,
Yeah.
it keeps me part of me awake and it has sugar in it. But with a gummy bear, like it's flavor, but you're tasting stale.
Yeah.
That's
Fair.
my
Also,
worst.
sometimes it's really chewy.
Yeah, and it kind of bothers me when thinking.
Excuse me. All right, my turn.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
my go-to snacks for gaming, I'd probably have to pick my favorite chips, which is lemon lace.
How did I know that was it?
Because we've been over this. I know it's
True.
your dad's favorite too, right?
True.
Boom.
I don't know it. I'm here.
Now,
Well, now you know, Hika.
now I love them, I really do. But when Ghost mentioned the salt, I'm just like, oh my god, you're right. I actually don't like eating chips while gaming, but that is my go-to. And just like quick wipe of the shirt. I have hand sanitizer on my desk. You guys never see it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but it's there. And now he could just taught me to grab some chopsticks, but it's going to take some practice to not break the chip.
I believe in
Yes.
you.
There are other ways to do it, but like I always have a lot of chopstick coming from work, so I'm just using that as like my reach out too.
Hika's a professionally trained chopstick user. Okay, Panda is not.
I'm okay. I
Now,
can pick up certain foods.
go-to drink. This might surprise people. I honestly just like to drink water, mainly when gaming, because it's what quenches my thirst the most and keeps me going to keep talking, especially for like long things. So if I'm gaming with my friends on a session of Battlefield, I mentioned that like how many times today? Someone put a counter. We play for like 6 hours of the game at a time, and I talk and yell a lot. So water truly helps. Now, if you ever catch me streaming, that's slightly different. You'll see me drink coffee just so I can be more awake, more alert. Now, for me, now it might change to gamer subs. Is it gamer subs?
Yeah.
Gamer subs or GG. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I'll try it by the time this is released. Who knows?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's great, and I'd be more than happy to continue grabbing their stuff.
Hey.
Yeah.
But until then, I think water's the best. Sometimes soda, but that's for like long streams when I need the caffeine.
Yeah.
Now for least favorite snack for gaming, Ghost, I had to go against you for chocolate.
Wait, I didn't say it was chocolate. I said it was chips and guac.
I meant for your favorite
Oh.
snack.
Oh.
Now the reason being is because whenever I eat chocolate, sometimes depending on circumstances, for me, my room is usually very hot.
Mm-hmm.
The chocolate melts fast, so when I touch it, it's just a very little melt on my fingers. It's just such an inconvenience while gaming.
That's fair.
And for me, I don't care if I have a white controller, a black controller, a blue controller. Those are actually the colors of my controllers I use. I don't want to dirty them. And
That's the reason why.
don't want to dirty my shirt either. Because I'm usually streaming when I'm streaming while I'm playing, and just like I don't want to just wipe all the stuff on my shirt.
Uh-huh.
That's why I mainly don't eat
Tissues.
chocolate on stream. I have paper towels somewhere behind me,
Also valid.
but I guess that's more circumstantial than anything.
Okay, but like if you get like the ones that are individually wrapped, you can just kind of like fold them out and just kind of like pop them into your mouth without having to touch the chocolate.
You're right, but I don't.
What I do now. Yeah.
But
I
I
learned this
don't.
with practice.
You see, practice makes perfect, guys.
Yeah.
Now, next question. This is going to be actually a hard one that I have not thought about, so I'm not going first. Who wants to go first for this next question?
I could.
Okay, where do you think you would be without gaming?
Probably with a lot less friends than I currently have that I've met through gaming.
Dang.
And I'd probably be a more active person. I imagine, because I wouldn't be spending so much time gaming. I'd just be more outdoors and such. But because I game so much, I am more of an indoors person.
Fair, I
And I
guess.
probably would
Fair.
have like a better sleep schedule in all honesty.
I
That's
think
fair.
every single gamer in the world can relate. If they can't listen,
Mm.
you're lying to yourself. At some point, you ruin your sleep schedule because of a game.
Oh yeah.
And if you say no, you're not a true gamer.
I mean, whether it be like all-nighters in high school playing games or like just staying up way too late as an adult, it's 100% relatable.
Yeah. Hika, where would you be without gaming?
Like, I guess it'd just be like, just like no, I don't know where I'll be because like I'm probably have more social anxiety, have no ways to talk to people, and then like may have to go through like hardships over to like just the real world most likely.
So you have
'Cause
overcome a lot more obstacles with now that gaming's gone, right?
yeah, like if I did not have gaming, like I would not be like, you know, just be like so socially bad, like awkward life, like
Mm-hmm.
I would shut myself down, like, actually. But yeah, that's just me.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, for me, without gaming, first of all, me and Ghost would probably not be talking right now.
True.
We reconnected through gaming, even though we
Oh
did
yeah.
meet each other in real life. We haven't talked in a decade.
True.
And then it's just like, oh, she streams. Oh, I stream. Hey, what the
Friend!
heck, friend? What are the odds? And it turns out we do have a very similar taste in games,
Yeah.
except Final Fantasy. I don't play Final
Mm.
Fantasy. I'm sorry. Probably would
It's
enjoy
okay.
it, but
It's not for everyone.
I probably will
Yeah.
enjoy it, guaranteed. If I played it, I'm not paying for it. I'm sorry.
That's also valid.
Yeah.
But I feel like honestly, without gaming, if I'm taking gaming out of my entire life, I probably would have graduated college. Like I probably would have paid more focus in school and not have a lot of long nights on school nights in both middle school and high school and some college. What? And I just probably would focus more and be, I don't know what field, honestly. It just would have been so much different,
True.
honestly, and like a lot of things would have changed a lot. I'm not saying gaming's bad. I actually have no regrets. I love gaming. I love where well, I'm fine with where I'm at right now. I can't say I love it right now,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
my life would be so much more different, I think. Could be worse. I don't know.
True. I did
Yeah.
take a couple year break from gaming once because I was dealing with like college and I just didn't have the time to play games and such because of college. And it was just a miserable time.
That's the thing about
Yeah.
gaming. It really frees you in a way.
Yeah.
It
It's
releases stress.
yeah. It's a vent for stress. That's what I
Yeah.
was about to say.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
like it's just hardships is really like hard in real life. That's why escaping to game was the only option for me because I've only like that's where I'm actually happy.
Yeah.
Understandable. 100%.
Yeah.
I feels that.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
this is also kind of a hard question. Where do you see yourself in the future, gaming wise? Let's say, how far in the future are we talking? We're gonna go 2 jump skips, okay? First one's
Okay.
just 5 years.
Okay.
Like, do you see what's where you're gonna be playing on? You can still be playing with the same group you're playing with now. Are you just some examples? You're gonna be playing maybe something completely different. What do you think?
I'll start. I imagine myself playing maybe some of the same games, maybe some different ones depending on what comes out in the future, but I'd like to at least have like the same friend group that I play with, maybe expand it a little more. We got more cool people to join,
Mm-hmm.
but just to be able to still kind of have that sort of like musical chairs sort of thing with games where like if there's like a limited amount of slots and we've got too many people, like people are fine like swapping in, swapping out, swapping back in and such.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I like, at least, about gaming. Like it's so like people are so cool with it. They're so chill. They're just like, yeah, just let me know when like, I can join. And I feel like I want that to continue even into the future of just like being able to have friends who are chill with like, oh, like you like someone else wants to play? Yeah, that's fine. And
Yeah.
just being able to still connect with people, maybe more people.
Fair enough. What about you, Hika?
Yeah.
So, me in a few years, like I know I'm going to go through hardship
This
where
is
my
5 years,
current
just
situation.
so you know.
Yeah, I know. But current situation goes like, I want to grow a community. Like, like I never really thought about it since I joined Nikki and Panda like throughout you guys' streams all the time now. And with that, like, I'm starting to like find something I like to do. Like gaming wise is like it's really gonna probably gonna help me keep going with a lot of changes, like new experiences, like outside of my taste, and maybe I'll start liking it. And then when
Yeah.
I go, I want to grow like a community, a channel about like video games, like how I see a lot of people I've watched over on YouTube. Like I also want to be inspired to be like these kind of people, but I also want to help out a community like Twitch and like also help out like communities like Nikki's server or like my own server, Panda server. Like I'd be willing to help a lot. That's like I'm very helpful, so I'm kind of too nice about that. But literally, I just like to help people, especially with games.
I would like to say there's no such thing as being too nice, but there is something called taking advantage of a nice person. We won't get
That's
into
Yeah.
true.
that, but seriously, don't do that. Don't take advantage of people who are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that's also fair. So you basically want to grow a community, while also sounds like you want to maintain friendships and ties.
Yeah, because friendships was hard for me to let go a lot of people, but
Yeah,
I don't want to like go end up being alone with like less people now in my life.
right. And
That's a mood.
Ghost, you want to
Hmm.
build a bigger community, a bigger
Well,
grouping of
yeah.
friends e-
Yeah.
as well, so we can play more.
Yeah.
Now, for me, in 5 years, honestly, I see myself playing like the same game. Honestly, I'm telling you this right now. 5 years, I'm probably still playing Battlefield 2020, 2042, which is the new one coming out in October.
And Pokemon.
And I'm probably still gonna be shiny hunting on the current game right now, because in 5 years, my God, it took me 4 months to get a Lugia. 5 years, it's gonna take me, God knows how long to complete all the legendaries, get all those shiny ones. Probably gonna still be playing Pokemon, guaranteed. Probably gonna own the next Nintendo console. I hope I still have the friend group, such as Ghost and Hika. I hope. Things can change. I'm not saying they're going to, but you never know. 5 years happens. Things
Yeah.
happen. I've lost friends. Not they passed away or anything, but like, just we cut ties just somewhere through time. Time just happened. It's
Sometimes you outgrow people.
yeah.
Hmm.
Gaming wise, though, I'm hoping to play. Probably will be playing the same type of games. I've been doing it for 10 years. I'm going to do it for another 20 years, but just probably on a different system. I'm hoping to grow a community as well, like you said, Hika, and get bigger, because I would love to do this full time, but obviously right now I can't.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah.
sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully,
but it's
I'm
not like
still
we're
going.
not giving up.
No, I'm not giving up. Hopefully,
Now I'm saying it's not like we're giving up yet.
Yeah.
oh, I'm not going to give up. My thinking is like, if someone's watching, I want to stream for you still, or make content for you.
Yeah.
While I also hope that I'm still going on Twitch and YouTube in 5 years.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
let's set it for a longer term. I was going to say 10. Let's say 15. Let's add a 10 on top of that 5. 15 years from now. So where does that put us? 2036.
Oh man.
Ay, ay,
So
ay.
like 39 years old,
I will be
think.
the exact same age. Oh my
And I'm
god.
38.
Oh my god. Where
My
do y'all see
30s?
yourselves then? It doesn't have to just be gaming, but as long it gaming related.
I swear to God, I'm pretty sure my parents will ask me where's my grandchild.
In
Yeah.
15 years?
When I hit 30.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I'm glad my dad wouldn't ask me about that, but like, I feel like I'd still try and like game if I can. Although I would have to like live.
Have to earn a living, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't think like Twitch would last me that long, at least.
Mhm.
So I'd have to go out and get a real job.
Oh my gosh. The worst thing ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to keep myself like stable for me to like make sure I'm paying my bills, my loans, and then having to like start growing my side of the Twitch because I am trying to grow my equipment area as much as I
Yeah.
can. But it's relatable what you said.
Yeah.
100%.
But even then, the
Yeah.
future's still uncertain.
It 100%
Yes.
is, but I'm hoping by then I'm married, and if I somehow, by some miracle, made this gaming my life, that I can keep going and my wife supports it.
Had a gamer wife.
I would love to have a gamer wife. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Hika, marry me.
What?
We've got nothing but love here.
I have the Pikachu stare in my face right now. What?
So, guys, Hika rejected me hard.
I'm not
Aw.
rejecting you. I'm humbling you in friendship, but I didn't think so. I wasn't going as far as I can.
But in 15 years, I hope if that gaming is still strong, and maybe if I had kids, I'm be gaming with them and showing them the ropes or helping
Honestly,
them out.
that's the thing. If I grew up to have a kid, I would literally take care of him, even if I had to grow my own struggles. But the other thing is, I want my kid to be happy. Not
Yeah.
want to go into
I'm
my
gonna
struggles.
force them into gaming, honestly, because like, what if they don't like gaming?
Show it to them.
I mean-
Let them see if they like it, and if they ask questions about it, then they'll be interested.
But you know,
I mean, I literally watched this one famous streamer, and he has a kid, and he has it on the stream, and it's adorable, and he
Aw.
still loves it.
cool.
But I can piggyback off the kid
Next to the
comment.
dude.
Yeah.
So
Like-
either I'm gonna be like the really cool gamer aunt, or maybe if one day I decide to adopt kids.
You wouldn't be gamer mom.
Well, I would if I adopt. Then I would be gamer mom, and my kids would probably be exposed to a world of gaming. But if I choose not to adopt kids, because I definitely don't plan on carrying any children, because no. It's childbirth. But respect to moms out there who have had their own kids, like mad respect. But I would probably just opt for being like the cool gamer aunt for like my friends' children. Just like, hey, your mom said you couldn't get this game? Well, here, I got it for you anyway.
Now, here's another question. Do you think your skills you will have the same skill level in 15 years?
Probably not for some games, but for other games, I hope that over time, playing some of the games that I do like, they'll be refined over time.
Because I know there's a thing where a study where you're what's it called? You can't learn more with something in video games, right? Like your brain can only go so far at a certain age, but then after that it's all memory. So that's how
like
you
muscle memory?
Yes, so that's how you continue forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That does make sense.
So it's like
'cause
even
memory can
if
be
it's
limited.
a completely different game, like if it's a similar type, like let's say Call of Duty 1003. All right, the 1003rd game of Call of Duty. It's going to be similar to Call of Duty now, but
It's gonna be different features.
different features.
I mean, I was
From there,
able
it's
to
just
adapt
memory.
from. Yeah, like I was able to adapt from Black Ops 2 zombies to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies because it was essentially the same base game. They just added other features, and sometimes I misclick and accidentally use like the healing shield
Who
thing.
cares about that?
But
you could still
that's
train.
yeah.
All right, I think we're ready to move on to the final question, right?
Yes.
Sure.
What game do you think impacted you the most? Huh. Now I can say.
Can go first.
Okay, you can go first. Boom. No, you first. Hika's first. Panda rule number 1. Boom.
This will be the most obvious answer, but it has to be Final Fantasy 14 because
That game just came out.
yeah. But out of all the questions about like having to see myself in the future, having to like my favorite game, this is the reason why I grow a community, is why I even like run a free company inside the game, because I want to help people like grow out their struggles in their game, and like it's a friendly community. And that's how I grew up, to be more nicing to people, but not trying to be too nice. Like you said, like not trying to take advantage of having people advantage my being nice, but like I like the game because it kind of teaches you somewhat of leadership and like being willing to like help people.
Does it?
Well, not part of it is leadership, but like it really helps to communicate with people.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to talk to randomly people because I don't know these people. It's an MMO game. You don't know these people.
No, that's like every game though.
Yeah.
Well,
but
online
still.
multiplayer game. Let's be real. Not every game is like that. Only multiplayer games.
Yeah. But once you like get out there, start talking to people, even if you don't know them, you just get along with them. It's a friendly communication.
Fair.
That's why that's why it impacted me the most. It's Final Fantasy 14.
Now I want a Final Fantasy counter up top, please, under Hika. Very specifically, Final Fantasy 14. How often it's been said.
I can see that now in my head.
See what?
A counter.
A counter for what?
Just saying Final Fantasy 14.
Boom! Add a number.
Okay, who's next?
Do you want to go next, or you want me?
I could go next. I guess for me, it's also probably Final Fantasy 14. Adding to that counter.
My God, the game just came out. I feel like.
Well, the expansions probably did. Some expansions probably did.
Okay, let me change that.
For a while.
Y'all just got on that game.
Well, I just got on that game.
She got it. I've been playing that for
how long?
Since 2017.
That's how long it's been.
So
out.
like,
okay.
That's been 4 years.
My God. Okay, never mind. Take everything back, guys.
But also, because it's the game that's brought me out of my comfort zone the most. Because
really?
I mean, I'm not used to like I wasn't used to like being told like what to do in certain roles and stuff. But like now I've kind of grown comfortable with being like told like, hey, like when Hika offers like advice on how to deal with like certain bosses and their mechanics and such, like it's easier for me to like be able to kind of like adapt to that, just being warned like, hey, this is what's going to happen, this is what you should do, and just do it. So I just try my best to do it and keep up with it and remember the mechanics, but I forget them from like the first time to the next time if I repeat them. But it also just, it's been a more emotional kind of game than like Guild Wars was, because I know I'm gonna get like hated by like the Guild Wars fans for like not crying over Tybalt's death, but
I don't even know who that is.
I felt the one of the cat peoples.
I still don't know who that is.
He's an NPC who helps you in the story.
It's fine.
But like I felt sadder for characters in Final Fantasy 14, but also kind of like I was more visually awed by some of the characters and just the scenery in general. Because like
100%,
it's got some nice views, it's got some nice looking characters, like it's got the whole shebang.
I'm Merrick.
True. But that one's probably impacted me the most, followed by like Zombies, because it's helped refine reflexes in games.
Fair.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my god, a lot of games impacted me. Um, I feel like Pokemon is definitely one of them that most impacted me, because like the story, you have so much freedom in the game. I feel like you have freedom of choice to just go around and grab Pokemon you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's, for me, it's also Battlefield at the counter, because I I'm I became more assertive playing that game. You guys haven't seen it, but like, even if I'm not the squad leader, I'm taking like a leadership role, telling us where we should go and who should be playing what class and what we should be doing, things like that. And I'm just like trying to push forward. That definitely built my reflexes. Like, I thought maybe it would be Call of Duty, but no. Battlefield takes that to a new level, I feel like. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Isn't it because it's also a larger scale game?
Oh, it's a much larger scale game. That's why I also like it more.
That's fair.
I don't care if I get hate. Listen, I'm Battlefield over Call of Duty any day of the week.
I'd be willing to learn to play Battlefield if I get the game.
I play on console, so
I have a console, so
I'm saying, I don't know. Future, who knows?
who knows? Yeah.
Look at
Let's
that.
see.
You'll see. Alright, but I think that's all the time we have for today, and we got through all the questions. We got through all of them.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yay.
plus. Thank you
Woohoo.
so much, everyone, for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, telling us what you think of it. What should we change? If you have any ideas for what we should do for the next podcast or for a future one, just leave it in the comments down below.
Or you can come by on our chat, our streams. Either me,
Yes.
Nikki, or Panda. You can always ask the suggestion on the chat, and we can always put your choice on our list.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We do decide a topic a week before. Is it the same week? A week before we
I think it's-
record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Who cares? I'm confused. I'm tired.
But we update or we upload episodes every 2 weeks.
Every
Yes.
other Saturdays when we upload
Yes.
a video. So our links will be in the description below. That's where you find everyone here on Twitch and me and my socials. I'm that random panda. Das Hika.
Hello, bye bye.
Das Ghost.
Bye.
We've been that random podcast crew. It's been fun. Good night. See you. Bye.
Good night,
See you next
everybody. Daddy ho.